Welcome back to our Faith Step video series. I'm Erik, one of the pastors here at Our Saviors. In the last video that we shot, I was talking about how we were going to do a series on prayer. But life got in the way of my plans. And that happens sometimes, as we all know. You see, over the past month, I've been going to a number of doctor's appointments. It all started out with me going in for a regular checkup. I was visiting with my doctor, and after a number of different appointments and meetings, I was eventually told that I have lung cancer. This was totally unexpected. I don't have any of the factors when it comes to contributing to this for lung cancer. I'm under the age of 40, I'm a non-smoker, I'm semi-healthy as it might be. But there it is. And now it has to be dealt with. When I first heard that I had lung cancer, I was in total shock. This was not anything that I was in any way, shape, or form prepared for. But eventually, as time went on, the shock started to wear off bit by bit. And then I started to see a number of blessings that appeared in the midst of this. I know it's so hard to say the words blessing and cancer in the same sentence. So let me explain a little bit. My first blessing was with my primary doctor. I went in for this regular checkup and I didn't have any symptoms of any kind. I got to go in, go through everything. She said, "You look great." Well, 6 months earlier I had pneumonia. And so after the checkup was all done, she then looked at me and said, "You know, let's check out your lungs just to see how they're healing from the pneumonia. So let's do a CT scan." That started the ball rolling. That was my first blessing. The second blessing was that of a pulmonologist that I got referred to. You see, this pulmonologist, he wanted to make sure that he had an answer. I went in there and he thought this is probably scar tissue. It might be an infection. So let's run this one test and see what it is for sure. Well, that test came back and we didn't know for sure what it was. He still thought it was an infection. So he said, "Let's run another test and we'll do a biopsy with this." And after we did that, there it was. I had cancer. That was my second blessing. That this doctor wouldn't stop running the tests until he had a definitive answer as to what I had. Then there was the third blessing. The third blessing is that we caught this early enough that I am operable. Many aren't, and I know that. But I met with this great surgeon up in Madison, and she went through everything with me, and then she eventually said, "You're in the top 20% of the people that I see. This is operable. We can get the cancer out." Now, there will be some follow-up. I'm going to have to do both chemo and radiation. But a lot of that is being done to make sure that the cancer doesn't come back again. Right there are just 3 blessings that I got in just a couple of weeks after being diagnosed. But you know, the blessings don't stop there. I've been blessed with this wonderful wife who is walking this entire journey with me. Such a wonderful support that I really needed and still need as I go through this. I'm blessed with 2 little girls that help to remind me how great this gift of life is. Because when I go home, I get to run outside and play with them and chase them around and take my mind off of this diagnosis. I am blessed with this congregation, this wonderful congregation that is finding ways to minister to me and to my family. as we are going through this. I am blessed to hear stories of other cancer survivors, of what they have gone through, and of the blessings that they have received. It's just blessing upon blessing upon blessing. But again, the blessings don't stop there. Right now we're shooting this video on the Wednesday of Holy Week. This really is the central week in our Christian faith. You see, during this week, we get to journey with Jesus once again as he partakes in his last few days here on earth. We get to sit at a table and share a meal with the Prince of Peace. And at this meal, we are going to be blessed with strength, forgiveness, and hope through bread and wine, through body and blood. We are then going to make a journey with Christ as we get to stand on a mountain. And we will see Jesus extend his arms of compassion and love. He will extend them as they are nailed to a tree. And then we are going to kneel. And we are going to watch him take his last few breaths. And with his death, we will weep. We will weep because we know it is our mistakes, our sins that placed him there. And then, on Sunday morning, we are going to run. We are going to run with Mary and with Peter and with John. We are going to run to a tomb that no longer holds a body. And we will see with new eyes once again that Jesus has defeated death. He has defeated death so that all may live. We may live in this new life that God has promised to each and every one of us. And there is no greater blessing than this. The blessing that our God, the one who has called us by name, the one who has claimed us as his children, our God is a God who promises that stones will be rolled away, that tombs will be emptied, that new life will be born, and it will be born in each and every one of us. And when we are going through those difficult times, when we are walking, as the psalmist says, through the valley of the shadow of death, we also know we're not walking alone. This past month, I started out on a journey that I never expected to take. But I'm on it, and I'm not alone. I have the blessings of this great body that is known as the church. I have the blessings of a God who promises to be with me and even carry me when I cannot make it on my own. I have the blessing of knowing that I am loved. I'm loved by God. I'm loved by family and friends. I am loved by this great gift that is the church. And it is this love and this grace that will help me as I make this journey through surgery and treatment all the way to recovery. So on this day, may you be blessed to know that no matter where you are, no matter what you are going through, God is there. God is there holding your hand, loving you, and promising that he will make all things